What is rape?
So rape to me is when someone is forced into a sexual encounter with one or more other people without their consent.
All right, so the definition of rape is having non-consensual sex, and there's an aspect of someone forcing someone else.
Right. So when you're raped, it most likely will be by someone you know, either a family friend or the friend of a family or just a friend. You most likely will at least know their name. So the groups that are most likely to experience rape are going to be children between the ages of 10 and 14, maybe 15, and it is most likely going to be little girls or young gay men or women are going to be the most vulnerable. Especially young trans men and women are going to be some of the most vulnerable victims. So when someone who's young is part of a vulnerable population, like being a trans person or being a gay person, when you question your sexuality and your orientation at that level, you're going to open yourself up to a lot of adults trying to help you, but they might not actually be helping you. They could actually be really seriously hurting you.
I think it doesn't matter what age you are. Everyone could be a victim of rape or sexual assault.
So can rape cause that effect on you?
Oh yeah, rape can definitely cause you to essentially disavow a portion of the population if that population contains the person who raped you. So for example, if you are dating a straight man and that straight man rapes you, you may not be attracted to straight men anymore. You may be attracted to anyone but straight men.
The effects are basically unlimited and very, very complicated, and it depends on everyone because people are raised with different perspectives and values, and depending on what actually happened, it affects you in different ways. As a child, you might not remember everything, so it can show up in different ways when you're an adult, but when you remember everything, that affects you in a totally different way. So yes, there's a lot of PTSD, there's a lot of trauma, and there are always consequences. And sometimes you don't even realize there's consequences.
Okay, so I had a student who I am actually now close friends with, and when I was her teacher, she came to me and said that her father, her biological father, had sexually assaulted her, and it was up to me to notify mom and the police and begin the whole process. And this poor young woman, she decided that she was not going to date men anymore, and she fell in love with a woman, and she is definitely much happier now. But it took her coming to me and having the courage to say to me that her father had raped her. So if that hadn't happened, she most likely would have hurt herself or other people or both. Which is why it is so important that you have to know that you are not alone and that there's so many people you can talk to, and you have to talk to someone, because otherwise something really bad could happen, and maybe something really bad could happen to other people too. So telling someone that you trust and having that person is so very important for everyone in their life. You have to have someone that you can tell everyone to.
So to speak from personal experience, I went to college in Los Angeles, and I witnessed many of my girlfriends talk about and explain after their experiences that they felt forced, or it's called coerced, to have sex with men. They felt like there was a pressure or an obligation to have sex. Everyone was doing it and men required it or else they'll stop liking you. So there was a lot of force and coercion. And sometimes my friends would talk about that pressure. So as a teacher here at San Leandro High School and someone that's passionate about changing the way our society reacts to this massive epidemic where people feel like they can take advantage of other people sexually, I want students to know that they can come talk to me. I'm a safe person. I can help you get resources. If you do choose to share that you have been abused, I will have to report it. Teachers are mandated to report it and seek help, but we promise to be helpful and considerate and compassionate, and you can be honest with us and it will be okay. I know a lot of survivors. I know a lot of people that have gone through this, and there are a lot of ways to get help, and you are not alone. So please feel free to come talk to your teachers, especially me.